Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Five seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Points away.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Dire team ban.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay, extremely sorry for the inconvenience. The mic wasn't working earlier. I managed to fix it now though. Okay, so both teams started out by banning support, Euro, support Lunch Rome Euros, which makes sense since that's what's usually picked first. And then Origin Esports went for a very confident Pangalia pick first, which I guess they'll be running mid since that's what they do in the meta lately. Or it might be a roaming Pangalia, but still it's a very brave move to pick that Euro first. And then Shadow Shaman from Clover Poste, and then Undying, which is a pretty interesting pick from Origin Esports. Very nice offlaner slash support, depending on how they'd like to run it. And then the Earthshaker, which could be a very high impact hero if Earthshaker plays it properly. And then also from Clover Poste they picked a Timbersaw, which is just overall a very solid offlane pick. Origin Esports. And let me just quickly fix my mic in game as well. And then Origin Esports go for the Ogre Major pick, which is really nice. The bonus move speed and attack speed gain they get from that is
10 seconds
very good to have.
5 seconds remaining.
3 seconds left for Clover Poste to pick. I think they do have overtime after this. Yeah, they still have 2 minutes.
Radiant team pick.
And it's the Drow Ranger pick, which is very interesting. I'm guessing since it's a Drow Ranger pick, it will probably be ranged mid for their last pick. Otherwise, it wouldn't be very good with the passive. I'm not sure if the Drow Ranger actually works with Shadow Shaman Serpent Wards, because if that's the case, that would be pretty OP to say the least. Spectre. Nothing much to say there. Just a very solid carry, difficult to kill. Clover Poste is definitely going to be questioning what hero to get to be able to kill the Spectre. Or maybe they already have enough.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they'll definitely be
5 seconds remaining.
debating whether or not that's enough. Yeah, I wonder what I wonder what Origin Esports will actually pick for their ban now, I mean.
Radiant team pick.
It's an Ursa ban. Yeah, Ursa would have been pretty good against their lineup because it's literally 4 tanks from Origin Esports and that would have absolutely melted them. A pretty good pick for Origin Esports though could be something that counts as Timber Saw, which
10 seconds
I mean the Spectre kind of counts as Timber Saw already. They actually just need a hero that can output a lot of damage. We'll see what they pick. I think they're not sure themselves. This is a pretty difficult choice here. Yeah, I think they're really struggling. Maybe one of the Clover Poste picks messed up their lineup. Maybe Clover Poste had a really good ban. I'm thinking Origin Esports wanted to either pick Invoker or Tinker, and that's why they are struggling so much with this last pick. Or even the Phantom Assassin.
Dire team pick.
Let's see. Oh, the Meeper pick comes through. Okay, nice. So pretty high skill lineup here from Origin Esports, Meeper and the Pangalia. It will be a very interesting game to see what they can do with these heroes and how proficient they are with them.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remain.
Okay, so 2 minutes left for Clover Pastel to pick. They'll definitely want something that can counter all these illusions. I'd say Ember Spirit would be a pretty good pick, since it's decent in my opinion against Spectre, and it's very good against the Meepo. But unfortunately Spectre isn't a ranged hero, so that would kind of make the Drow Ranger irrelevant this game. I wonder if they might just still go for Viper, which could counter out a lot of the passives on Origin Esports side. Especially, well, not a lot of the passives, but very important passives on Spectre. I think that could be a pretty solid pick, and then later on when it gets the silence. Okay, they do go for the Ember Spirit. Always feels good as a caster to actually guess guess a pick right, even though there's like 10 picks every game. But I'm happy I got one. 1 out of 10, not too bad. Okay, the set's loading. Everyone's pretty pumped up. And yeah, let's hope it's a good game of Dota. I wonder who's going to actually win this early game. I think just give me a second.
Prepare for battle.
I think Origin Esports is pretty good early game with the Ogre Magi. It all depends on how aggressive they decide to play with the Ogre Magi. And then they also have a very nice lane control top with the Undying, who has a lot of mango, so you can expect him to spam a lot and not be afraid to all, because he has 4.6 HP regen and 6 tangos. Literally full regen build. A lot of people don't really like this new meta of going 6 regen items on heroes, but I mean, if it works, it works, and it's really strong.
30 seconds.
So yeah, a lot of people might question it, but as long as it's in the game and it's something you can abuse, best to be the abuser, not the abusee. Simbasaur and Earthshaker looking pretty shaky in the bot lane, looking like Ogre Magi is actually going to contest the bot rune. Top rune's also being contested, so this is a very nice start for Origin Esports. Okay, very good rune contest from Origin Esports, and they even get the kill onto Shadow Shaman. So good start from Origin. Nothing too detrimental for KP at the moment. It does happen. Let's see, bottom lane. Yeah, you see like everyone just buying mangoes left and right. It's just so strong in this meta. And they even nerfed it quite a bit, but it's just still so strong. Mid lane should be interesting too. Melee heroes, don't usually see that. I think Melody actually has an edge in the mid lane. I don't play against Meepo mid that often, but that's my guess. So he could actually, he has the potential to get a pretty decent lead mid and help his teammates earlier into the game than expected. Yeah. Just every lane the supports are doing their harassment job as well as they can, Michael actually almost goes down, but he does have the salve, so he'll be right back into the lane. Still very good from Origin to actually force out that salve. Millipet's actually pretty low in the bottom lane, which is not good, since the Ogre Magi will just regen up a lot faster than the Earthshaker. So this is gonna start to get to be a very difficult lane for KP now. Yeah, they're actually getting some solid harassment onto the Timbersaw. He does have that reactive armor at the moment, at least, so he's he'll regen back up to almost full, just because of that and the Tango. Top lane though, Drow Ranger looks like he's gonna go down. He does actually go down, and it seems like Q isn't satisfied yet, and he decides, yeah, it is enough, and he turns around. Very nice pick off from Origin Esports. Mid lane though, the two Meepers coming in, he decided to cancel his spam onto the Ember Spirit, which is smart because it would have missed and it would have pushed out his lane. And then bottom lane, Ogre Magi trying to harass as much as he can, and Spectre trying to stay alive under the tower and get as many lost hits as possible. Top lane meanwhile, both of them actually almost died, and still Origin Esports gets both kills. And it doesn't even matter at the end, because they just regen back up and ready to go. So very good top lane from Origin. It's already a 2k net with the 3 minutes into the game from Origin. Let me just move my camera quickly. Okay. So Drow Ranger has to do the Walk of Shame back to lane, because her TP was still on cooldown. They'll definitely want this level 6 on Drow Ranger as fast as possible, but it's gonna be difficult the way things are currently going. Bottom lane, Timbersaw getting pretty low, but I mean, at least he survives. They definitely need this Timbersaw to have a good impact early game if they want a good chance of winning this game. Very nice stacks onto Undying, making him extremely tanky and making Drow Ranger and Shadow Shaman extremely low. Well, they actually dive this with the low HP. I mean, the low mana. Yeah, they do actually get tracks, and will they even go further and get the Drow Ranger? No TP is in from KP at the moment, so they actually do get both kills, and the TP comes in now, but it's unfortunately a bit too late. Melody seeing if he can actually get anything out of this, but it doesn't seem like they will get a trade. So extremely good top lane from Origin Esports at the moment. Even forces the Ember rotation while Meepo is farming jungle. So yeah, the Ember KP really needed the Ember Spirit to have a good lane against the Meepo, and unfortunately it's just not happening at the moment, as he's 13-14 lost hits behind Meepo now. And Meepo actually even going on the Ember Spirit, at least the Flame God will save him. Bottom lane, Earthshaker is pretty low, but at least the same can be said for Ogre Magi. So yeah, the only decent lane for KP at the moment unfortunately is bottom lane, and they're still losing that lane. So I don't know what's going on their Discord at the moment, what they're saying to each other, but they're gonna have to start figuring something out and think of ways to turn this game back around, since this is only a best of one series if I'm not mistaken. So this is the game they'll have to win. Drow Ranger bot lane actually getting dived, and Earthshaker. Very good rotation from Undying, actually getting 2 kills there. Top lane, let's see if they can actually kill this Pangolier. They bring him down pretty low, but decide to get back, and will they even dive for this kill? It seems like they're very uncertain themselves what they want to do, and actually Pangolier turns around and gets the kill himself. Enough waiting around for him, and The Drow Ranger is bot now, and they'll even go on in bots. You can't escape the Undying. Very nice A-click onto the Spectre from Undying. MVP this game at the moment is definitely the supports for Origin. Insane rotations all around, getting kills for their carries and making space for their carries all around the map. Let's see, Ogre Magi saves the regeneration rune for the Spectre, which desperately needed it. Even though Ogre Magi needed it himself. And Gambino actually even gets another kill on the top lane. Unfortunately not a great start for KP at the moment, but it's like clockwork for Origin. Credit where credit is due, they're playing a fantastic game of Dota 2. They actually have 3 players in the bottom lane now, just seeing if they can get any farm on this Drow Ranger whatsoever. But it's just not happening, as this Undying will not budge. He will not stop his relentless aggression. Meanwhile, Spectre and Meepo is getting insane farm. If we quickly look at the net worth graph, it's actually Pangalia, then Meepo at the top of the net worth graph. So all these kills coming the way of Pangalia. Really helping him a lot with net worth. Bottom lane is just an absolute mad lane. Melody seeing if he can get anything in return here, if he can get the Undying, but the Undying is just too elusive. And it seems like they actually will try to convert onto the Ember Spirit, but they don't quite get it. Okay, so very good start for Origin Esports so far. Spectre dropping pretty low, but there's no enemy heroes to contest him. Earthshaker will TP in, but I don't think there's much he can do. The stun does go through, but it doesn't do enough damage, and Spectre will just walk out of the lane. Okay, so if you are KP right now, what is your main plan of action to get a foothold into this game? Because it's not over yet, but they'll have to start doing something right. I think it's too late for them to just try to outfarm the enemy carry, because that's not going to happen. So I think they'll have to 5 or 4 man and just see if they can get fights over the map, and hopefully see if they can win some of these early game fights. Sorry for the screen being weird. My mouse keeps glitching out for some reason. Bottom lane, some pinging going on onto the Spectre, but it's actually from Ogre Magi. I think it's just saying be careful, we don't know where they are. And Ogre Magi, some harassment coming on to the Ember Spirit. Top lane, the Earthshaker is being went on. And triple poof from Meepo, easy kill. And they even threaten the Ember Spirit as well, forcing Ember Spirit to use his ultimate. Spectre ultimate goes through, I'm not sure exactly for what. Maybe it's for this Timbersaw top, but no, it seems like Timbersaw will actually be fine.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pangalia is very relentless top. He's not giving up on this kill. Both of them pretty low HP. Maybe the Timbersaw can actually turn this around. And perfect stun timing from Gambino to actually get that kill, and he will escape even with the Earthshaker rotation coming through. So very nice play from Gambino. Perfect timing on the stun there. And Meepo actually going on the Ember Spirit mid. Will he get this kill? Ember Spirit was double netted, but it wasn't quite enough. Still very good, forcing out 2 ultimates from Ember Spirits and forcing him to go back to base. Bottom lane though, Origin seems like they have their eye on this tower. And they do actually get the tower, so first tower, the way of Origin. Second tower, the way of Origin. The only tier 1 tower KP has left is the one up in the top lane. Gambino being a bit aggressive, might actually die, but at least he gets the Shadow Shaman kill. and he almost actually gets his ult through, but the stun goes through from Earthshaker, and it is just enough for them to finish off the Pangolier. So sometimes when you are hit that far, you start getting a bit confident, start making some mistakes, and yeah, it just happens. It's just what being human is all about.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You have been denied.
So 3 euros in the mid lane for KP. If they actually aggress here and rotate the Drow Ranger over, they could actually get this kill onto the Undying, but at the moment Origin just has KP wrapped around their finger and having KP do exactly what they want them to do. KP is going to have to try and be the aggressive. They do actually go on the Undying. Undying has 1.3k HP though, so it's a pretty difficult kill to get. Very nice shackles, a very nice Echo Slam from Earthshaker, an extremely good fight from KP. This could actually, if they keep getting fights like this, they can actually get this, they can get the game back just by getting fights like these. So if we have a quick look at the net worth graph, never mind, I can't look at the net worth graph for some reason. I think I need Dota Plus, but I'm pretty sure that would have been a very good swing for KP.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Spectre ultimate going through, not for any kills. I lied, there was actually, they got a Drow Ranger kill. And will Gambino actually go for more? Yeah, I think he senses them close and decides to play it a bit more careful. At least KP does have a ward here, so they know exactly what Origin is up to. But still, KP playing on the back foot and at the moment just playing Origin's game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And even the Timbersaws gonna go down, I think, against Gambino in the top jungle. Yeah. So just another pick-off from Origin Esports.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Have a quick look at Drow Ranger's farm. Definitely not where they want it to be.
Dire's top tower is under
If we
attack.
have a look at the net worth graph, unfortunately for KP, the top 3 people are all on Origin's side, and even the Undying is
Dire's
above
middle tower
2
is under
of
attack.
KP's scores at the moment. Origin Esports even going onto the Drow. Will the Pangolier get the Drow? Yes, he will. Very, I must say, Gambino is a very solid Pangolier. It seems like he practiced him pretty well and is very well trained with this hero. It might actually go on the Earthshaker mid, but at least the Earthshaker stun does come through and he manages to get this kill. Well, not the kill, get the escape. And then in the bottom lane, Spectre just farming ever more, just extending Origin's lead more than it is at the moment. Okay, so 3 runes, it's gonna be 4 runes for Origin and KP. At the moment they just, and it's not even completely, they just kind of have control of their own top jungle, nothing else really. If they go anywhere else on the map they'll just get killed immediately. Melody seeing if he can at least push out mid as much as possible, try and delay the game for now. Spectre even going for the solo kill onto the Drow Ranger. Fortunately Drow Ranger does have TP off cooldown and she will escape.
Invisibility.
Yeah, if you look at the map control at the moment, it's literally this part of the map is KP's and the entire other probably 70% of the map is all for Origin. Origin even realizing, oh, we can just go for Roche. We have the entire map for ourselves, so we can take Roche on. And Spectre not even helping with Roche, so confident that they will actually get Roche in time. That yeah, she'll use the ult if necessary, but she doesn't think that's gonna happen. KP actually trying to see if they can contest Roche, but it's going to be just a bit too late, and they might actually jump on this Earthshaker. Earthshaker dropping down to almost 50% HP, and the Spectre ult going through. This is actually a very bad position for KP. Drow Ranger will fall first, and Pangolier won't stop at that, I can promise you that. He's also going onto the Timber, so at least the Timber Chain does go through, and Earthshaker ult goes through, does minimal damage, and he dies. Meepo dropping pretty low, but it's all for naught, as he still actually does have an Aegis. Okay, so at the moment, I think Origin's just gonna go for the push, see if KP can do anything about it. I don't think they can, since they don't have the Echo Slam, and they just simply don't have the farm. The most farm any of them has is Ember Spirit, and I simply don't think that's enough to kill them, even though the Ember Spirit was a pretty good pick this game. You can't leave it up to €1, unfortunately. Pangolier even ulting into KP's base, absolutely no respect from Pangolier, and he just goes in, goes out, just basically showing them the lack of respect, and he TP's back to base. So I mean, was it worth it for Pangolier? Technically speaking, no, but I don't think that's why he did it. I think he just did it to prove a point. Say, hey, I can literally roll around 5 of you and you can't kill me. And he was right. That's where stun that goes through magic immunity, or just some spells that go through magic immunity, or even just having more physical damage will actually be able to kill the Pangolier, but unfortunately KP doesn't have any of those things at the moment. Bottom lane, Timbersaw, seeing if he can catch up with farm. Meanwhile, the Origin Esports wants to finish this game. They are grouped up top and they want to see if they can push this lane. Meepo even gets the kill onto the Shadow Shaman, who overextended a bit, and Pangolier, is he going to, how deep will he dive? He dives just past the tier 1 and gets the Earthshaker. Echo Slam does go through onto €1, that hero doesn't die. And Spirit dropping pretty low, Drow dropping pretty low, and yeah, just Timbersaw and Drow left. Timbersaw will die. Meepo still has his Aegis, so he doesn't really fear them whatsoever. Pangolier does have a blink up, so I think he's going to use this blink to maybe try and dive one of them. Yeah, he doesn't even use the blink, just uses his Q. They get the kill onto Trax, and that's 4 dead for KP. Origin Esports want to see if they can get this mid-rax. They are definitely on quite the roll at the moment.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom
And
tower
Raw
is under
Ranger.
attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah, they do go on the Timbersaw. Be right back. I'm very sorry, Meepo, I missed your ultra kill. I had to go AFK quick. I'm sure it was very cool. You still have your Aegis, you might actually get this rampage, and he does get the rampage, and actually tries to save himself with the Ethereal Blade and doesn't quite manage it, but I mean, awesome rampage from Meeper. And we get another rampage, not quite, but yeah, at this moment, at this point, if you're KP, you probably just call GG, but they might play a bit longer just to have a little bit more fun. I'm sorry, Meeper, if you watched that and I missed your rampage.
How you doing?
Meeper, just a little bit of salt going KP's way. They throw voice lines left and right. And Melody, just with a good old smiley. What else can you do but smile? Yeah, I think KP, they'll try one more fight and then they'll just call it. Personally, from my experience, I don't see a way KP can get back into this game, except if Talcom crashes everyone on Origin's internet, which is probably what KP is hoping for right now. Drow Ranger trying to push bot, but she'll just die.
I'm just messing with you.
Well, at least KP had that one good fight in middle, so it's something. Chuck's getting chased by Spectre. Spectre doesn't get the kill, but he does chase them away. Timbersaw possibly overextending in that game. I think he does overextend as Gambino does go on in as well as 6-6. And Spectre ult goes through. How deep will Spectre dive? Earthshaker ult goes through, and actually Earthshaker is the only one to die in this fight. Oh, first hit bash onto the Timbersaw. Timbersaw actually survives that one, and Ember Spirit pretty low. He'll decide to run back, and Shadow Shaman, everyone basically on KP pretty low, but they might actually get a return kill here onto the Undying, as the Undying does drop pretty low. The heal does come through, but unfortunately not enough units around for him to heal himself. Still the double kill from Undying, he'll be more than happy with that, and yeah, 6-6 just diving. And Timbersaw basically just dying. Everyone. Oh, not dying. Just heating up. Timbersaw will get the kill onto Gambino. Gambino is a very slippery bastard as he goes into the bushes, but Earthshaker at least gets the kill at the end. And they actually get 4 kills. Good job, KP. They don't give up very easily. I can tell you that much. Now, just not the calm before the storm, but the calm after the storm, as that team fight is over. Undying just dancing, waiting for the runes. And he will get it, as no one on KP's will have the stupidity to contest that rune, not even the bravery at this point. Still, I think
Radiant's bottom tower
good
is
thing
under
I
attack.
can say about KP is,
Dire
except
are
for the
scanning.
Drow Ranger pick, they had a pretty decent draft. There was a very good game for Ember Spirit, a very good game for Timbersaw as well.
Dire's middle
I
tower
think
is
they
under
just have to
attack.
work on their team play a bit, but they do show promise. And Origin also, they just played this very well. It's not that KP played bad at all, it's just a very good game from Origin. They had spots on rotations, they had an extremely strong early game, and that's basically how they won the game. They just destroyed early game and
Dire's top
spiraled
shrine
from
is
there.
under attack.
So maybe what KP can learn from this is they should maybe pick more early game Euros where they
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
hey, Enrico Pino, new phone, who it is? It's Foxley, dude. It's Foxley the caster. Bottom lane, Origin Esports wants to go for this bottom set of racks, and I think KB is definitely going to try and stop them. They do have the blink tag on Earthshaker now, so we'll see exactly how much of a fight KP can put up. Spectre ult going through, everyone on KP immediately dropping to half HP, and Emma Spirit extremely low. Will Pangalia actually dive the fountain? No, he's not quite that strong yet.
Dire's top barracks are under
But he does get the bash into the Timbersaw, just telling him, hey, don't come close. Earthshaker still has Echo Slam. The Echo Slam does come through. It kills the Ogre Mage, and they actually do get 2 kills here. Gambino jumping onto the Earthshaker. Will Earthshaker be able to get anything more from this fight? No, he won't as he actually dies. But they do get 3 kills on KP. They get 4 kills on KP. And Drow Ranger eventually goes down after getting 2 kills. But non-stop aggression from Meepo as he does get the ultra kill. Only 1 buyback on Drow Ranger, and KP does call it. Good game. Well played.
Dire's bottom barracks.
Awesome game. I'm surprised by how well you said my name. Yeah, dude, I'm Afrikaans, man. Of course I'll say your name right. And then this one, I'm not sure. Sabri Maurice said oof. Just oof. I think that's a very good finishing statement for this game. Oof. No, just kidding. Sometimes you get a bit outdrafted, you get a bit outplayed early game, and it happens. Still entertaining game to watch. It was absolute clockwork from Origin Esports in the early game. Clover Paste, unfortunately, yeah, they just get destroyed. Low subs XD. Yeah, very nice. It was a very fun game to cast. Maybe I should join the Discord of one of the 2 teams, but I don't think I should do that. I think I'm just gonna end the game here. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure. Cheerio. What's up, guys? The stream is back. It was not a 1 game only series. I do apologize. I was not given the information beforehand. Apparently game 2 is going to start next, and it will be interesting to see how, if Origin Esports try something new or they just go for more or less the same strategy, and if Clover Paste, how they will actually adapt. So yeah, it will be interesting to see. And yeah, so very sorry for restarting the stream. I hope you guys found it again. Sorry, my friend just sent me a very funny message and I couldn't help but laugh. I'm just gonna have to join this lobby again. Cade Potgieter. Shout out to Cade Potgieter. Also known as Keo. Okay. Sorry, my friend asked me to do that. Don't question it too much. Just accept it. For some reason I have to join this lobby for the second game to actually cast it, but I can't quite join it yet. So I'll just quickly have to sort this one out. We back, fam. Welcome back, Sabri, Maurice, I hope. I'm just gonna pronounce it differently every time, and I might get it right eventually, who knows. I just quickly have to sort out this. Oh, what's up, Sabri? Was the Maurice right, or was that completely wrong as well? Like the cheese. Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. Sabri Maurice. Awesome. I got you, fam. I got you. I got you. Okay. It seems like they are very impatient and they don't actually want me to... They don't want to actually sort out this lobby so I can cast the second game. It's fine, you can cast me if you want. 10 out of 10. Yeah, Keo is a very good gamer. Yeah, unfortunately Origin Esports is being quite mean right now, or whatever you call it, and they don't even want me to. They don't want to restart the lobby so I can actually join the second game. Yeah, dude. That's not very nice. You know, the amount of time I've had to talk to them now, they could have just restarted the lobby. I don't know if they think we're cheating or anything, but I mean... literally, I'm streaming. So you can see I'm not cheating. Yeah. I think I'll just watch the game. Hopefully they didn't put spectate delay on.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, at least spectate delay isn't on. Let me just quickly ask him.
Radiant team pick.
Oracle.
team pick.
Dusk.
Okay.
Dire team
Okay, so
battle.
I actually can watch this game live, so there's no real difference in just casting it like this. So I guess that's fine. And let's see, what will KP do to try and adapt to what happened the first game? They'll definitely need stronger early game, and it does seem like that is what they are going for with the Oracle and the Tusk.
10
Oracle having
seconds
pretty
remaining.
strong nukes early game, and Tusk just being a very strong early game
5
hero
seconds
overall, and he does actually stack relatively well into the late game with his stun that goes through BKB. It's not exactly a stun, but he's a walrus punch. And then Origin Esports picks Rubik first,
Dire team
which is
battle.
usually seen as not a very smart first pick.
Radiant team
And
battle.
then secondly they pick Tinker. Yeah, Origin Esports being very confident with the picks, and basically just overall kind of disrespecting KP with the picks, because they pick literally a euro,
10
2 euros that
seconds
they
remaining.
usually shouldn't pick first. And
5 seconds
Kepon
remaining.
says KP whoop. So yeah, dude, glad we have some KP supporters here.
Radiant team pick.
Let's see what KP does pick. They do ban the Meepo this time, and the Undying, which is pretty smart since both those Euros were pretty strong against them. It might be debatable then, instead of banning those Euros, they should pick better Euros against it. Team Aeon in the house, another
10
team
seconds
that just
remaining.
formed 3 days ago. They look very promising, and I casted one of their
5
game as well.
seconds remaining.
Okay, let's see. Zeus ban, Storm Spirit ban, they just ban Lightning all around. Storm Spirit ban might lean towards
Dire team
Origin Esports not planning on having a very stun or disable reliant lineup, so maybe KP can take advantage of that by picking a very elusive difficulty to kill Euro. Maybe they can pick Ember Spirit again, though Ember Spirit's not good against Tinker mid, or they can pick Puck,
Radiant team pick.
you know, something like that, something that's difficult to kill. Bounty Hunter pick on Origin Esports, probably the most irritating hero in the game this patch, with his gold stealing attributes, not attribute, skill, and yeah, just extremely irritating this patch. I mean,
10 seconds remaining.
there was never any gold stealing in Dota 2, and now there's zero that
5
steals your
seconds
gold,
remaining.
steals all your hard
Team
work. It's like a real life simulator in South Africa. And then Weaver pick from, that's a very good pick from KP, a Weaver pick. That's what I meant with like picking quite an elusive, difficult to kill hero, considering Origin Esports doesn't have a lot of disables. One might say it's not such a good pick because
10 seconds
Origin
remaining.
Esports does have Bounty Hunter who can track inverse heroes.
5
but
seconds remaining.
The thing about Weaver is you don't really try and counter his inverse, you try to counter his move speed. So you need to try and disable him, not just do something else. Yeah. Unfortunately for the viewers, but fortunately for having a good game of Dota, the stream is behind, so
Radiant
you guys
team
aren't seeing
battle.
this completely live, but it's just part of DGL rules to have it like that. And sorry, but I'm gonna have to also cover the map this game. I actually think I forgot to do it the first time, so yeah, I'll just cover the
10
map with my
seconds remaining.
face. bad Strider pick from Origin Esports. Overall, a very squishy lineup from Origin Esports, which tends to happen when teams feel confident off of their first game victory. This is a complete 180 degree from Origin Esports. First game they went full tank, and now they are exactly the opposite of full tank. Meanwhile, KP has a very balanced tank to squishy Euro combination at the moment, as Tusk is pretty tank, Sven is pretty tank, but then Weaver and Oracle is very squishy but also quite difficult to kill, and they make other Euros difficult to kill as well if Weaver buys Ags. Your face is better than the map anyway. Thanks, Kia. Thank you. I'll make it bigger for you as well and zoom it in. I needed that confidence boost.
Radiant team pick.
Just kidding. Oh, and the lifestealer pick coming in from Origin Esports. I completely forgot about this Euro, but this Euro is so strong now. Wow. That's what I hear at least. And judging by how Keo plays lifestealer, which isn't in this game, it's in the YouTube chats,
10 seconds
it's a very strong Euro. And this game, it's also a pretty decent pick. They still don't have... They might have wanted to pick a Euro that has a bit more disable so they can kill the Weaver, maybe something like a Doom. But...
OMG, it's my boy Lifestealer,
says Cade. R.I.P. And Kepans, whatever you pronounce it, says oh noes. So excitement coming through for Lifestealer and some fear as well. Very mixed emotions about that pick. And last pick for KP is actually the Chaos Knight, which, considering the lack of control from not a control, AoE from Origin Esports, Chaos Knight could actually be very strong here, and also Chaos Knight's good against squishy Euros, and Origin Esports has a lot of those. So, sup Leon Leber, how are you doing? And yeah, the sets come through, everyone's pimped out, just like previous game. The Euros look completely different now. Sven's sword literally blocking basically his entire body, but it looks very cool. It looks very anime. Although I don't watch anime, I think that looks anime. And the game starts now. Okay, let's have a quick look at item purchases when the game stops freezing. Okay, so maybe if the game has a spectator delay, it's just gonna be we're gonna have to wait 2 minutes unfortunately, because I think this is what happened. The game has a 2-minute spectator delay, and then when you watch the Euro picking, it's fine, but then as soon as the game starts, you have to watch 2 minutes. You have to wait 2 minutes, so the game has a 2-minute delay. So in the meanwhile, I'm actually going to quickly set up my stream a bit further. Should put my cam on the minimap, increase the size a bit, and restart my game since the game crashed as well. Okay, don't worry about it guys, I'll be right back in it. Yes, I can have a sip of water now. Okay. Ah, Dota. what a great game. And good news, my game actually just crashed and there was no extra spectator delay, so yeah, we can actually just watch it from now. No first bloods this time. Let's have a quick look at the runes. I can't actually check the runes, so you guys are just gonna have to guess who got which runes. If you're rooting for KP, KP got 4 runes, and if you're rooting for Origin, Origin got 4 runes. Okay. And then mid lane. Who will have mid lane? I think it should be... I think KP has a good chance at the mid lane. I know I said it previous game as well. Tinker's definitely gonna spam the laser. They actually do go on the Rubik top here, Vox maybe being a bit over aggressive, and first blood goes to KP this game, so already a lot better start from KP, and tracks with somewhat of a depressing quotes, and very nice start from KP. Some salt going through from Tusk and from Oracle. Salt, banter, whatever you want to call it. And let's quickly have a look at some of the stats this game. Last hits and denies. It's very even in the mid lane, and well, it's even right across the board because the game literally has only been on for not even 2 minutes. So that's more or less what you should expect. Let me quickly take a sip of water. Hopefully I don't miss too much. Bottom lane, Gambino spamming his stacks onto Trax and onto Michael, and making it as difficult as he can for them, but still not a horrible lane for KP. Yeah, a lot better start from KP already this game. And Weaver, considering Tink has a spell that makes Weaver misses his shots, is doing very well in the middle lane. And actually getting some harassment onto the Tinker. He regens up now, but you know, it's not a very one-sided lane at all. All the lanes are quite competitive this game so far. Middle lane, laser onto Weaver. Weaver's down to like 30% HP. But, oh not but, actually doesn't have a lot of regen, so he might just have to hog the courier for some regen now. He does at least have the magic stick to help him with some of the harassment that's gonna come through with regards to the Tinker. Bottom lane, Batrider dive spots, and I think he actually overextends it a bit. At least he does force the rotation from Tusk, as they do actually turn onto the Batrider. Batrider might be too far away, but now they decide to go on the bounty hunter. Do they have detection for the bounty hunter? Not quite. Meanwhile, Sven now has to contest a top lane where he has no support. He might actually just ask for Oracle to TP in top now, so he does have a support because KP definitely needs this farm onto the Sven. And some voice lines being spammed again. At the moment, I definitely think KP should send Oracle top, so the Sven can have a bit more support, since contesting the farm of Bounty Hunter and Batrider definitely isn't as important as contesting the farm of Lifestealer, who we all know is a very strong dispatch. Lifestealer, even with his low HP, he actually goes onto the Sven, and actually might have been a little bit too aggressive. He does get hit by the tower once and gets stunned by Sven. Sven does have another mango if he wants to re-aggress later on into the lane. Jedi Master, hi. Yeah, what's up, dude? I'm sure I've seen your name a lot in CS, so, or not CS but in games, so I think I'm the same guy. I think you're pretty good if I'm not mistaken. And then Barent, like a coach. What's up, Barent? Let's see, bottom lane. Very nice kill from KP. They actually get the second kill, and well, they get this kill onto the Batrider as well. Even with the low HP, they do get the kill, but unfortunately Chaos Knight dies before time. Still a very good fight from KP, and definitely setting off on a different foot than they were previous game.
Illusion execution.
Or leave a sub. Ah, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Middle lane, Tinker does get level 6 before the Weaver, and top lane, will they actually get this kill onto the Rubik? They definitely get him low, but unfortunately both heroes are contesting different people from Origin Esports. Origin Esports tries to run as far as they can, and they get the kill onto the Lifestealer, and even forces a Tinker TP to get cancelled. So very good start from KP this game, a lot more promising. Unfortunately, just minutely, but the lead is still on Origin Esports side. And from what I know from Origin so far, they do play on their emotions a bit. So previous game they would dive whenever they are in a lead, or they'll even do, you know, like stupid plays they know they can get away with. And maybe KP getting all these kills early game might tilt some of the Origin Esports players and help KP in that sense as well. KP top lane harassing the Rubik. Rubik will definitely take it, as it helps Lifestealer get some more last hits. I've currently been streaming on YouTube as well, on 1k subs currently. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. Are you gonna make a 1k special? Middle lane, they go onto the Tinker, and a lot of harassment coming through, and they force 2 support TPs, one of which will actually be cancelled. And will they get this kill onto the mid lane? They barely do, and it even goes onto the Weaver, which is definitely what they would prefer, and even some aggression onto the Tinker as well. I missed the kill onto Michael in the bottom lane, the Chaos Knight, and Gambino actually gets 2 kills and 8 clicks a creep, so they get those 2 kills, and unfortunately now the healing comes through, so Batrider doesn't even have to go back to base. That's very cool, Jedi Master. I'll check your stream out sometime. And then top lane, Sven's going on the Lifestealer. And a very good start from Sven so far. Let's quickly have a look at the net worth. Sven actually leading by 1k net worth so far, so this could be extremely good for KP if they capitalize on this Sven being so strong. I don't know if the Sven's just gonna keep farming, or if he's actually gonna help early game and just help KP dominate this early game to mid game. And even if you look at the late game, it's not easy to say who will be stronger late game, as Origin does have a lot of high ground defense and a lot of bots. Not bots, March of the Machines, and they do have the Lifestealer, and even Batrider is pretty good late game. Yes, he doesn't do damage, but his stun is just always good as it goes through BKB, and it has a very long duration. And then on the KP side of things, they have Chaos Knight, which is, or at least used to be, insane late game. He's still pretty good late game, and Tusk, which is also a good late game support. I think my bet is for KP in the late game, but I don't think either team is playing for the late game. I think both of them want to dominate this game and end it as soon as possible. Bounty Hunter gets the kill onto Tusk, and they might even turn onto Michael and get the kill there as well. So dominating from Gambino, as he does get the double kill. Will they dive for this Oracle? It seems like they will, but the Oracle stun does go through. And triple kill on Gambino. Weaver's not very happy about it, as he does TP in, and he's definitely going to try and get this kill onto Bounty Hunter, and he does get the kill. So at least some form of redemption from KP. 1 hit from Sen, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, I don't know, doesn't count every hit, but not a lot of hits, and he kills the Rubik. Nice magic immunity from Lifestealer, just dodging this Sven stun. Just a small little play. Finally, the Batrider does decide going back to base is a good idea, as he's pretty low on mana and he picks up his drums, or he upgrade his boots. Not quite so sure yet. It seems like he's not going to upgrade his boots. He's probably rushing. I don't know what he's rushing, because even if it was 4-star, he'd have his Staff of Wizardry. Not sure why I didn't buy anything else. Weaver just being irritating, stealing some gold, and KP is definitely going to start buying some dust, so whenever that happens again they can just kill Bounty Hunter. They do a go on the Sven though, but I don't think they can kill the Sven, as the new E from Sven is extremely strong. Actually, Lifestealer might go down as he does climb into the catapult, and his ult will save him at the end of the day, but overall quite risky from Origin Esports. Very nice Rubik rotation coming in, and they actually KP re-aggresses onto the Bounty Hunter, but the damage steal from Lifestealer was from Rubik, I mean, was just a bit too much for Sven to do enough damage to justify going for that kill. At all lane, Weaver dodges the rockets from Tinker, and it doesn't receive damage at the end. Tinker is leading Weaver by a bit, but nothing too detrimental for Weaver whatsoever. Top Origin Esports 3-man group up to get that nice good, to get some of that good. Bottom lane, the Batrider is leading by quite a bit, actually leading by 1.5k gold, even though they both of them have the exact same amount of last hits, which just shows how strong kills can actually be. And a very nice courier snipe from Bounty Hunter. With the Blightstone and the phase boots, he has just enough damage to kill that courier and be able to snipe it in one hit without KP having the chance to actually do something about it. And the track comes through onto the Chaos Knight. I think it's definitely shouting for rotations now. Can anyone TP? Can anyone TP? No, no one can TP, and they do get the kill onto the Chaos Knight. Let's see, for interest's sake, yeah, Tusk doesn't have a TP scroll ready, and Oracle definitely had to TP there to try and help his teammate, but maybe he thought there's nothing he could have done to save him, which is probably true. Middle lane, Tinker. A good old March of the Machines and Q combo, and it forces Weaver to use his ultimate, and even rockets going through afterwards, so still some damage coming through for Tinker onto the Weaver. I wonder why they could see Weaver on the high ground there. Top lane, Origin being quite aggressive onto the Sven. Neither team at the moment are actually going for objective, trying to push towers. Both of them are just still laning. So yeah, not a lot of objective gaming going on. I think both of them just have so much confidence in their cause, they just want them to farm up as much as possible. Sven still leading in net worth, not as much as before. So I think if it was KP, they should actually use this lead while they still have it, and not lose it to the fact that they are not aggressing anywhere on the map. Bottom lane though, Origin Esports does actually get the bot tower, so there's a bit of objectives going through. And mid lane, also Origin Esports did quite a bit of damage to the mid tower, and top lane KP did a lot of damage to the top tower. So it's not exactly objective gaming, but they are going for towers, just hitting them here and there wherever they see the opportunity to do so, but it's not their top priority at the moment. Rubik does actually cliff the Sven, which will force Sven to use a TP scroll. Just a small little play. Rubik actually considering going back, maybe stealing Sven's stun and cancelling the TP. but I think Sven's was not the last used spell, so that would not have happened. Bounty Hunter steals some gold from the Tusk, goes away. You know, just modern Bounty Hunter stuff, being irritating AF. And top lane Sven, just farming, 101 last hits, and it's pretty impressive how Sven's actually holding this lane on his own. Top lane though, Sven's dropping pretty low. Is he going to die? Yes, of course he will, and Sven definitely overstaying his welcome top. And good rotation. It required 2 rotations from Origin. Yeah, that's their name. From Origin. But they got the kill, and one of the rotations was a Tinker who can just TP all across the map. And they do go on the Chaos Knight top here, ult going through from Batrider. They do burst them down, as well as starting to go on track. So after those 2 kills, oh, actually after 2 kills ago, Origin Esports does have the lead now, and they also have an 8k gold lead, as well as Sven not being on the top of the net worth anymore. Maybe KP can try and do something about this by going on the Lifestealer in the Radiant top jungle. And they do get the kill onto the Lifestealer, so Lifestealer not having the greatest of games so far. He's 1-for-3 and he's been a good source of pickoffs for KP. So the Batrider is getting a lot of farm now, but well, a lot of feed actually, because it doesn't have that many last hits. And something we have to remember is even the Lifestealer is not having a great game on the scoreboard per se, he is leading Sven in net worth. So where it actually matters, he's still leading Sven. So just something to keep in mind. This game a lot more interesting overall. The track does go through onto Sven, and Sven does his shield and 4-man rotation in the top lane, and they burst down Sven. So very great rotation from, very good rotation from Origin Esports. Okay, so another 4-man rotation top to actually kill the Sven, and it works out for them. They've killed them twice now, and Sven is not leading in net worth anymore. So they saw the problem, they thought of a solution, and it seems like they've actually fixed the problem. Very good job from Origin Esports to actually fix that problem. And at the moment, Origin Esports just has lane pressure all around the map. All 3 lanes, they are relatively pushed in, and they are even pressuring the top tower. Tusk gets clipped, but he immediately rolls off, and 2 rotations from KP. Will Sven actually be able to come in time and kill the Shrubby? Yes, he will. Let's see what Tinker actually does. He blinks into the bushes and spams his spells, as he is pretty low HP and mana, so he's not going to be too aggressive here. Lifestealer does have his magic immunity as he tries to dive the top lane, but no way they're going to kill Sven, especially with the Oracle ult on top of that as well. And Rubik with some banter. Track from Bounty Hunter onto the Sven. They definitely want to try and kill this Bounty Hunter, but they don't have any detection at the moment except on the Tusk, so I'm not exactly sure if that's going to happen. Tusk starting to make his way over. He does use the dust, and it does catch Bounty Hunter, but I don't think they spotted Bounty Hunter out. Tinker linking into the bushes, doing Tinker things, just spamming his rocket, and they actually wrap around onto the Sven, and will they kill Sven? The shield is extremely strong, but I don't think it's strong enough, as Sven will go down at the end, and so does Tusk. At the moment, the Chaos Knight knows this failed, and he just wants to get out. The Tinker Rock is doing an insane amount of damage, actually getting a double kill, and a definite overextension from KP there. Can you move webcam please? Want to see the map. Unfortunately, because I'm streaming the game and we don't want people cheating, I have to keep the webcam there for so the people watch the game can't see where all the heroes are. Unfortunately, man, sorry.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'll go have a chat with the DGR admins and see if it is actually against the rule to have it there or not, but usually it is. So I'll have a chat, maybe next time I can not have it on the map.
Bargain hunting.
Yeah, well, that's just how it is, unfortunately. If you look at the awards from KP, they are definitely planning on playing this game very passively, as you'll see in the bottom half of the map. Not just kidding, I can't talk about the awards. Bouncy Hunter
Radiant's middle tower has
going
been
on,
denied.
he's gonna try and rotate bot, see if he can steal some gold from the Chaos Knight without dying. They might even decide to go on the Chaos Knight. Origin Esports have two priorities at the moment. They want to see what they can do mid, and they want to see what they can do bot, if anything at all. Chaos Knight just doesn't want his gold stolen. He runs away and actually uses his ult, and Bounty Hunter not expecting a sentry ward there, and it might be a big detriment to him, as it's a kill for KP. Nice rotations from KP. Meanwhile, top lane, Lifestealer slowed the Sven, tried to go on him a bit, but decided that it's not going to happen. Middle lane, a lot of creeps pushing there for KP. Someone actually has to go and defend it, as the catapult is sieging in the middle lane.
Middle tower is under attack.
Top lane, Sven being went on. Another 4-man rotation for Sven. This is starting to become a pattern, as they do get him again, and Weaver, the top lane, getting quite martyred by the Radiance from Lifestealer. Yeah, Lifestealer has been pretty strong since he got this Radiance. You know what, the webcam wasn't blocked for the first game, so if I broke the rules, I already broke it. So whatever. Top lane at the shrine. Even more kills going through, and Chaos Knight dies. He just dies.
I almost feel bad.
Some banter voice lines going through, and I think Origin Esports. Well, Origin Esports actually pressuring 3 lanes at the moment. Tinker pushing mid, Batrider was pushing bot, and 3 people pushing top. So extremely good lane pressuring from Origin at the moment. And KP doesn't quite have an answer for it yet. They are still in this game though, but yeah, they have quite the... They're quite far behind when it comes to net worth. They're trailing quite a bit. Top lane, Weaver being a bit cheeky with his with this Kikuchi is stolen, and I think he might actually get away with it, so it just TP's out. Actually forces some rotations, so it's just a little play that forces rotations from KP, and it just makes a bit of space. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight is being went on in the bottom lane, and I think he will actually die as the lifesteal doesn't come through enough. The lifesteal from his crit, that is. And actually, if you think about it, that little play from Rubik top forced the rotation stop, and then Origin got a nice and easy pick off in the bottom lane.
Bottom tower is under attack.
That should help.
Okay, so this is quite a big dive from Origin Esports in the bottom lane. This might actually be an opportunity for KP, as this definitely is quite a bit of a dive. The Oracle ult does go onto Sven. I think Sven will actually survive, but KP Esports is relentless that they are still diving, and the double kill does come through for Lifestealer, and Tinker just spamming rockets extremely repetitively and gets them a double kill. 2 buybacks on the side of KP. Let's see if they can actually do something with this. If they don't do something with this, this could almost be the game in and of itself. There's, at least Chaos Knight didn't buy back, but that's one of the 2 kills they get. I think if you're KP, the buybacks weren't actually worth it, because the cooldown timers aren't that delayed this early into the game, so they could have just waited. I think it was like 35 seconds, and the respawns would have come through, and they could have just defended with the 2 euros or 3 euros that they actually had in the game. Still though, sometimes in the heat of the moment you make mistakes, and it's a lot easier in hindsight to say where mistakes were than to do it when you're broadcasting a live game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That didn't make sense, doesn't matter. And then Tinker, he just keeps pressuring the lanes. He's not getting punished for it at the moment, so I don't think he's gonna stop with it. Sven stun does come through, and very nice ult from Batry there. He grabs Sven completely out of the fight. Sven shield keeping him alive at the moment, but it's not quite enough, as he does die at the end, and they do get the Tusk as well. Yeah, I think if we're gonna look at the damage after this game, a lot of it will be from the Tinker and the Lifestealer, as the Tinker rocket spamming has dished out an insane amount of damage so far this game, and yeah, it's just pretty strong. It is pretty strong, yes. Middle lane, Tinker just TPing in with the team. The entire team is grouped up quite a lot, as all 5 of them are there. Magnus would have been perfect now, but obviously that's not something that's in this game. A couple of WoW plates coming through from Oracle, and I don't know if that's a good game WoW played or just a WoW played. I think it's just a WoW played. They will definitely try and defend the tracks if they are able to. That would be very good for KP, but it seems like they do actually just give up one of the 2 ranks and decide to start and aggress now. The ult from Chaos Knight does come through, but he mounts almost immediately. Sven's field keeping them alive for the time being. And KP does decide to get back for now and cut their losses as much as they can. 3-man stun from Sven, maybe they can do something at the top of this, but Lifestealer is just too strong, as he simply just uses his E and goes magic immune, and well, they kill 2 of them. But this isn't even extremely good positioning from Origin. They're just so much stronger that it doesn't matter. They're just so geared up at the moment. Pretty good rockets coming through from Tinker, and Weaver actually does die as well. Yeah, this has been a very good game from Tinker. I think this game, I'd say he's the MVP. Previous game, yeah, so far he's the MVP. It's not over yet, but previous game, the Undying was the MVP.
Smart money.
Radiant are scanning.
I have to go fetch some water. I'll put it on directed camera for now. Be right back. Hey, they paused for me. Just kidding. How kind. What great timing. What great timing. Yeah, let's quickly turn off the directed camera. And it seems like Origin's going for rush, and meanwhile Bounty Hunter and Batrider is trying to stop KP from consisting it whatsoever, but they might actually be overextending, as Bounty Hunter is pretty low and the dust does come through, and they do get the kill onto the Bounty Hunter. Immediate buyback for Bounty Hunter, as he definitely wants to try and win this fight, and he knows KP doesn't have a lot of buybacks. Fortunately the Tusk at least has a buyback, and Sven goes down as well without buyback. So maybe the Roche is just a bait, so Origin can get these couple free kills. I doubt it. I just think KP overextended a little bit. Camino trying to go on the Chaos Knight, and they do actually get the Chaos Knight.
Where do you think you're going?
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, just
I almost feel bad.
KP basically Origin basically taking control of KP's base at the moment.
Top tower is under attack.
KP trying to go on the Batrider, but the Lotus Orb is insanely strong against the Tusk, and it was also extremely well timed. The rockets unending as ever, just continuously spamming it, and it's just so strong. It's just so strong. I mean, he almost gets the spin as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And I mean, he's not stopping. Whoever has had enough of this is at least trying to go on the Tinker. They don't get him, and the GG finally comes through. And good game, well played. Unfortunately, Origin Esports didn't want just to wait 2 minutes for me to actually properly cast the game. But no, that's not what I wanted to say. Well played, Origin Esports. You guys played really well, and well played, KP. You guys played really well as well. No need to feel bad. Both teams did a lot of things well, and also a lot of things also well, I guess. What was I trying to say? Both teams did a lot of things well. They also did a lot of things not well, but that's just how it is with any team. Even if you go to the top teams in the world, they also have a lot of mistakes. But yeah, let me just make sure it's done. I'm just waiting for a response of one of the two players, because I don't want to end the stream early again like I did previously.